Hello and welcome. Planning for where your child with special needs will live as an adult, it can feel absolutely monumental. But today, we're going to look at it a little differently, not as some overwhelming challenge, but as a journey of thoughtful preparation. Let's dive in and see how we can build a secure and happy future for your loved one, step by step.
And this is it, isn't it? This is the big question. It's the one that probably keeps you up at night. It's filled with so much love, and yeah, a lot of uncertainty. And I just want to say, it is completely normal to feel that way. Our goal here today is to start turning that uncertainty into a clear, actionable plan. So, here's our roadmap. First, we'll explore the whole spectrum of housing options out there, and then we'll tackle how to fund that future. After that, we'll talk about making the actual transition to independence. And finally, we'll cover how to build a lasting support system. Ready?
All right, part one, a spectrum of homes. Let's start charting the landscape of what's possible.
The most important thing to get right from the start is that there's no single best answer. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation. The right choice is going to be deeply personal, and it all comes down to your child's specific needs, their abilities, and frankly, their own preferences. It's all about finding that sweet spot, that perfect balance between independence and just the right amount of support. So let's look at some of the main options. On one end of the spectrum, you've got independent living, great for someone who just needs occasional check-ins. Then there's supported living, which is a fantastic middle ground, maybe their own apartment but with regular staff help. For those who need more hands-on care, a group home offers that 24-hour supervision. And of course, living at home with in-home support is a wonderful and valid option for so many families. Now, here's an option that's really interesting and you might not have heard as much about it. It's called a family model home. Think of it like adult foster care. Your child lives in the private home of a caregiver or family that's been really carefully matched to them. It creates this incredibly stable, personalized home environment, and it's often funded through things like Medicaid waivers.
And this quote, this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? For parents who are thinking, what happens when I can't be there? This model offers just a profound sense of security. You know your child is in a supportive, family-like setting, sometimes for years and years. It's all about ensuring that quality care continues no matter what.
Okay, on to part two, funding the future. Let's talk about gathering the provisions you'll need for this journey. So the foundation for a lot of financial support comes from public benefits. You can think of these as three key pillars. You've got SSI, which gives a monthly payment for basic needs. You've got Medicaid, which covers healthcare and other support services. And then there are Section 8 vouchers to help pay for the actual housing. These are absolutely crucial pieces of the puzzle. Now, this next tool is probably one of the most powerful ones you have, a special needs trust. It's a legal setup that lets you put money aside for your child's extra needs, things that make life better, beyond just basic food and shelter. And here's the magic part. It does it without messing up their eligibility for those essential government benefits we just talked about.
And this slide just shows you why it's so critical. Look, without a trust, if your child inherits money directly, boom, they could be disqualified from SSI and Medicaid because of asset limits. But when that same money goes into a special needs trust, it's protected. The trust can then pay for things to improve their quality of life, all without knocking out their primary support system. It's a real game changer.
Of course, there's another path too, actually purchasing a home for your child, maybe even teaming up with other families to do it. This approach can give you maximum stability and control over their living situation, creating a true long-term anchor for them. All right, part three, the transition plan. We've got the destination in mind, we've talked about funding, now let's create the travel itinerary for a smooth journey. So how do you actually do this? Well, you can break it down into three really concrete steps. First, start assessing and building life skills, things like cooking, cleaning, managing a simple budget. Second, get all your legal ducks in a row. And third, start visiting potential homes. The key here is to start this whole process early. Don't wait. Let's just focus on that legal step for a second, because it is so important. The minute your child turns 18, they are legally an adult. That means setting up things like guardianship, where a court gives you the authority to make decisions for them, is absolutely vital. Without it, you could actually lose the ability to help with their healthcare or finances. So getting this done ahead of time is essential. And that brings us to our final part, building a support system. Because let's be clear, you are not on this journey alone.
This support network is like a web of trusted people. Of course, it includes family and friends, but it's also the professionals, the support coordinators, the doctors, the therapists, And don't forget community organizations. Every single person on this list plays a unique role in creating a really comprehensive safety net for your child.
And that right there, that is the ultimate goal. That's the whole point of this network. It's the team that's going to give you peace of mind. It ensures that no matter what happens, your child will always be surrounded by people who care, people who can help, providing a lifetime of support, long, long into the future.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this question. Forget about the huge mountain ahead for just a minute. What's one small step? What's the first tangible thing you can do this week? Is it researching a local group home online? Is it making one phone call to learn about special needs trusts? Or maybe it's just teaching one new life skill. That first small step, that's how every great journey begins.